Well, hi folks, another fortnightly tour. Start off in greenhouse again, and the tomatoes are still doing absolutely amazingly. Now these are the plum tomatoes. They've just been an absolute revelation this year. They're not massive, but they're so tasty, and they're just an abundance of them. They're all over the place. So, great stuff. Shirleys are still coming. One actually snapped itself off the truss there, it was that heavy, look. And then all the tomatoes fell off and snapped off on the floor, so I actually forgot to tie that one up because they do get too heavy. Peppers, oh, I can't really see them now. Starting to go ripe and go red now. Plenty of peppers, absolutely loads of them. Chilli plants, this is one I'm going to put in a show, so I've sort of kept it out of the way of the others because some of them are getting green fly. But it's a nice compact one and it's just starting to get some ripe sort of chilies on. Big beefsteak, still coming along. They don't actually go bright red, they just stay slightly yellow on the top, but they're really juicy and ripe, even at that colour. Cherry tomatoes, still eating absolutely tons of them, absolutely loads. I'll just show you that for a truss. Look at that, that's Shirley, well, two trusses actually. That's the sort of size of them, they're ridiculous, look. Absolutely crazy this year. And then chillies, more chillies, look at the size of these are the Joe's long. About a foot long now, some of them. Just get that one, that's a smaller one. Absolutely hanging with them. Some of those are just starting to go ripe. Another prairie fire there. And I think that's about it. A couple more Joe's longs. So that's the greenhouse. It's coming to a halt now because I've got my tomatoes in early and there's not many more to come. There's a few more ripe ones. I should be into middle of September, maybe early October. So that's the greenhouse. Things still progressing really well. We'll have a nip up to the plot now and see what's going on up there. Well, hi folks, up at the plot now. I'll just show you. We set off with the pumpkin bit, and I now have a pumpkin. You know, it took absolutely ages for it to set. That's the size of it. It's not massive. It's about the size of a basketball now. But if it still grows for another month, if we don't get any frost, it should be quite a big one. I'll just have a quick wander over here because I've got another one set, which is a bit more vigorous, I think, actually. I've covered him up with a towel because I think that's what you're supposed to do. Now that's not very old at all, that one. That's about just a bit bigger than the football. So hopefully, fingers crossed, if we do get a bit of an Indian summer, I might get a decent sized pumpkin. So I'll just nip over into the Marrow thing in a minute and I'll show you something quite huge. Right, folks, I'll just show you my leeks first. Taking all my peas down in front. Need to do some serious weeding. Loads of thistles coming up, but leeks look alright this time of year, so I'm quite happy with that. Purple sprouting broccoli for next spring, it's growing away well. It's a bit of a dump at the moment, I need to have a good tidy up really. And I'll show you me these turnips, absolutely astounded at these this year. Loads of them, fantastic, nice size. You can get a bit big if you leave them. But it's just full, absolutely full of them. Right, onto the marrow. I'll just take the lid off my box because I keep it in the dark so it doesn't go ripe. I don't know whether you can see it, sun's at a bit of a funny angle. But anyway, that's it. And if you see the scale, that bottle there is a 500 millilitre bottle of water. And that's the size of it. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's much bigger than I grew last year, but how big it is going to be, I don't know, because it seems to be still growing. And I've got another one in there, under that cover, that's even longer. And you can just see it underneath. It's a bit dark, but that's a bit of a flat, skinny one. Whereas this thing is just a great big fat thing. It looks like a watermelon. So I'm going to carry that about, I don't know. Anyway, so far so good. Right, we'll just have a quick look over into the final bit, just for a quick round up, quick glass around the last bit. This is one of the few of those purple sprouting broccolis, summer ones, that's actually worked. Because the rest were just pitiful, but at least I've got one, but it's not really enough to get a meal out of, so like I said before, I won't be doing them again. This is my third lot of lettuce now, because all the rest, the second lot, the ones I didn't eat, have blown and gone to seed. So there'll be a few little pickings there until the sort of middle of September, until I get it planted in greenhouse and polytunnel. Bare soil. Sarpomeras are still growing away after all the others got blight. So they should be still putting on weight. There's a few tiny little specks of blight or black spot or something, but they're still growing away happily. So I should get a good crop of those, hopefully. Right, just a quick blasting polytunnel, I'll show you what's going on. There's not much in here now. Just open it up. If I can get in. So, like I said, not much going on. There's a few, there are those onion potatoes that I had spare. I just planted them in pots. So they should be okay. I should get some spuds about October time, I would think. Spare courgette in a pot. Flopping over now, growing on my chest here. Still producing loads of courgettes, unfortunately. What I forgot? Again, squash plant producing loads of squashes now. Starting to fill up, they're just hanging off it everywhere. Some are getting bigger, there's a load, there's some on the floor down there somewhere. But it's absolutely so rampant, this plant, it's taken over. There should be about, probably getting on for 30 or 40 squashes on it eventually. The solitary cucumber that looks like some kind of evil sex toy. Oh dear, look at it. And that's it. Oh no, there's another one there. They look spiny, but they taste nice. Courgette again, still producing. It's sent out some side shoots and growing down the bottom as well as growing from the main part. What have we got now? These are my show onions, not my show onions, my giant ones. I'll be just lifting those at the last minute for Harrogate and weighing 3 in. But 3 is 3 heaviest. They'll get absolutely nowhere. There'll be people with about probably 80% more weight than these, but you know, I've grown them for that reason. I might as well put them in and see what they weigh. Show carrots, these will be coming up in a week's time now for the first show, which is the first Sunday in September. So I've no idea what they're like. They look good on top, and I've had a root about on the tops, and they look a good colour and a good size. Same thing with the show long carrots. But until we pull them out in about a week's time, we don't know. We never know. Right, finally, I'm putting some garlic in a class. There's a class for 3 heads of garlic at a couple of my shows. So what I'm doing, I'm just sorting the best ones out. And then when the time comes, you can just peel these odd skins off. I'll do that last thing. You should be left with a nice, clean white bulb. Try and match a set of 3 up. I've got that many to go at. Shouldn't be too bad. Shallots that I pulled up, all my banana shallots all drying away, the rest of the garlic. Yeah, these are the onion potatoes. Doing okay, considering they're just little runty potatoes I put in. Mutant carrot for the silly class. Don't know how big that'll be, there's about 6 in here. Should be interesting to see when I pull it up. A few bits of stuff to go in this bed when everything's cleared in about 2 weeks' time. Some more lettuce, cabbages, some red lettuce and a few more spring onions. Believe it or not, that little tray will fill this bed up because they don't have to grow big in here, even in winter. So that's about it, I think. Next on to the shows, because there's not much real gardening going on. And I think this is about the last decent night for a while, because it's supposed to actually chuck it down tomorrow. So that's about it, folks. See you later.